Back in the day, I used to collect all the Simpsons figures, and they're pretty much all exactly the same even all these years later. However, this time these are the celebrities from the Simpsons episodes, which are really awesome. And being a writer myself, picking up this figure was a no-brainer. This is the Stephen King figure. What's so great about this figure is authors normally don't get action figures made of them. Actually, I don't think an author has ever been made into an action figure, so this is something very special. Even if it is a cartoon version of him, it's still just fun to own. The packaging for the 25th Greatest Guest Stars is as plain as it gets. Just an open package with Homer in the background and the figure in a blister pack. On the back of it is actually kind of cool because it talks about the season that he was in and a little bit about the episode. And it shows images directly from the show. It also highlights the other figures in this Series 3 collection. Alright, so let's take a look at Stephen King and open him up. Of course, Stephen King has been Simpsonized, so it's a cartoon version of him. And he probably would not be recognizable to anybody unless you were a super Simpsons fan and knew what he looked like on the episode, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that at all because he is in the Simpsons universe. As you can see, he is wearing a nice suit jacket with a shirt, a belt, and some nice suit pants. This figure is made by NECA, and they are known for their crazy amount of detail, except for this figure, but being that it is based off The Simpsons, this is pretty much dead on. There isn't much detail on the back of him. So as for paint applications, everything here is pretty clean. There's a little overpaint on the jacket, but it's hardly noticeable. I do like how they used the clear plastic for his glasses. As for articulation, Stephen King's head basically turns, and he has one point of articulation in every shoulder, and his waist turns. His legs and his feet, however, do not turn. He does come with one accessory only, which is a little disappointing, and it's basically just a brown book with no title on it. It would have been great if they included a bunch of his bestsellers like Carrie or The Shining or Christine, The Stand, something like that, rather than just a plain brown book, but I guess because of copyright issues they weren't able to do that. The book does fit pretty well in his hand. It's a little loose. If you move his arm up and down, it may fall out, but for the most part, it fits really well. Alright, so let's bring up the old Figometer and see how the Master of Horror stacks up. As any kind of likeness to Stephen King, this would get a 0. But as a Simpson likeness, this is dead on. As with all the other Simpson figures, they all basically have the same point of articulation, so I can't really take anything off of that. The paint is very clean, and the sculpting is really well done. However, I wish he would have came with more than just one accessory. So I'm really happy to have Stephen King in my collection, and I would give him a 4 out of 5. So I hope you liked tonight's It Figures, and remember we have a brand new Facebook page that you can like below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.